Hi, I'm Genesis.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Catherine, and we're walking you through the 4 time periods we learned in civics.
Throughout the video, there will be 6 questions, so pay attention.
A new world free of those old controlling nations.
Millions of colonists came to the New World seeking freedom. However, Britain got greedy and wanted more land. The French and Indian War began. The war was expensive. Britain needed money and they turned to the colonists.
How dare they tax us? We have no representation in the parliament.
Colonists were angry over the multiple taxes, including the Tea Act, Stamp Act, and Quartering Act. Protests and boycotts began.
No taxation without representation. No taxation without representation.
People were murdered in the Boston Massacre, and tea was dumped in the Boston Harbor due to the Boston Tea Party. Eventually, tensions became unbearable.
What should we do with America?
America is getting stronger. We must take away their weapons.
The Revolutionary War began at the battles of Lexington and Concord. A year later, the Declaration of Independence was sent to Britain.
Hey colleagues, today I'm here to address the allegations going on between me and Britain. A lot happened. He was great. He was amazing at the beginning. He was sweet, very supportive. He gave me my time, space, everything. Until, well, at some point, he started changing. Like, he wasn't being himself, or he held the truth from me. Until one day, he snapped, as in he started doing all this and that, and I felt like I had to leave. I had to be a better person and say goodbye. And today I'm here to tell everyone that, well, him and I are over.
America had to create new rules for a new nation. They wrote the Articles of Confederation and chose to become a democratic republic.
We saw how Britain had control over the U.S. when they were colonies. They made the colonists pay taxes without representation. The colonists had no control over where they lived. When the U.S. split from Britain, they knew a monarchy would anger the people. When citizens could be scared, their nation could turn into one like Britain. With the government controlling everything, they decided to make America a republic, which means the power of the government comes from the people. Creating a democracy also meant people had more over how they lived. The Articles of Confederation suck. Congress doesn't have enough power, and why does anyone have to control the states?
People were angry with the Articles. Writers noticed this and started drafting a new document, the Constitution. The Articles of Confederation were a necessary part of America's independence from Britain. However, they had weaknesses, such as making Congress weak. This meant they couldn't control taxes or foreign affairs. They also weren't able to pass laws without 9 of 13 states' approval. People saw how the Articles of Confederation weren't going to work and decided to write the Constitution. The writers took this into account and made a stronger Congress. The Constitution also left room for changes, which were made in the future. Observing where the Articles of Confederation failed was very important in making a new Constitution that wouldn't fail.
I really like the new Constitution. It has articles and amendments.
Like what amendments?
The First Amendment gives people freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition.
The Second Amendment says you have the right to bear arms.
The Third Amendment says soldiers can't be quartered in your house.
The Fourth says no unreasonable searches.
The Fifth says a person should have a grand jury or no double jeopardy. It also prevents against self-incrimination.
The Sixth says trials should be fast and fair.
The Seventh says someone on a trial has the right to a jury.
The Eighth says that there shouldn't be excessive bail or cruel punishment.
The Ninth says people have more rights than the ones listed in the Bill of Rights.
The 10th says powers not given to the national government belong to the states and the people.
Oh, I get it now. The flexibility of the Constitution is a major reason why it's so successful. Amendments can be changed if they don't fit the needs of the nation. This prevents people from becoming angry at the Constitution, which was made in 1787. The writers took into account that this nation would last for centuries and rights might change. The amendments aren't all powerful as well. People have rights not listed. That stops the Constitution from becoming a controlling document that limits its citizens. Change is an instrumental part of government, a nation, which is a Constitution left room for.
Let's go to America now and have a look at our current government. First, we'll look at the judicial branch, which enforces laws.
Yes?
I have a search warrant for your property.
Fine.
You're under arrest. I will read you your Miranda rights.
Your client needs to take the plea bargain.
We're going to court. We, the jury, find you guilty.
Why?
We have 5 affidavits against you.
Yes. Okay. It's the president. He pardoned you. The jury wasn't impartial. They hate gingers.
That's the judicial. Now what about the legislative? There's the House of Representatives and Senate, which make up the Congress.
I like this bill.
I don't like this bill.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let's change this bill then.
I like it now.
All right, then we'll take it up to the president.
The Congress is set up like this because of the Great Compromise.
The judicial branch is focused on enforcing the laws on the streets and in the courtroom. When someone is arrested, they must be read their Miranda rights. This protects the right to remain silent and list in the 5 amendments and the right to a lawyer. Once a person is taken to court, their 6th amendment is used, meaning trials must be quick and public. Bail is usually set up, but it can be excessive for the crime committed. During a trial, every defendant has the right to a jury. There are even rules during the trial to help protect citizens and ensure their rights aren't violated. The structure and function of the judicial branch work to help citizens keep their rights.
Laws are needed to keep people safe and protected. However, sometimes new laws need to be added or existing laws need to be changed. The 2 types of laws primarily used are case laws and ones passed by Congress. Laws passed by Congress go through an extensive process. They have to be approved by both houses to ensure they would be good for the people and government. Case laws are passed in courts, which means they're based on actual experiences. Without these laws, the government wouldn't be able to do its job of keeping people safe. Therefore, the government couldn't function properly without the laws created by the 2 branches.
Checks and balances is the separation between 3 of the branches of government. The 3 branches check each other to make sure no branch has too much power. Without the balance between them, one branch could take over. The legislative branch makes laws that keep the people safe and the government running. However, without the judicial branch to enforce these laws, there would be chaos. The executive branch has to work with the others so they don't gain too much power. Checks and balances are essential to keep the government working properly.
Our final topic is the process of voting.
This is an example of propaganda.
First, they campaign.
Here's a flyer.
I don't want this. You killed someone.
That's slander.
They also have political action committees who raise money for them.
We're a Democrat. Okay.
It's the day of the election. People are lining up to take their vote at polling places. Look, an example of an exit poll.
And here we are at the exit poll with a lovely citizen. Who did you vote for, ma'am?
This year I have voted for a Democrat.
Before the results can be revealed, the Electoral College has to vote. The results are in, and it's a tie. There'll be a runoff. And the winner is the Democrat.
Okay,
That's the end. Thanks for watching.